up, fellas? Welcome back to another episode of From the Side. I'm your host, Troy, and I'm back with the boys. What's up, fellas?
Shit, I'm ready to get it in, bro. I've been excited for this all day. Lots of good stuff happening in the playoffs. So let's get it.
A lot of good stuff happening in the playoffs. We got Boo out back in the building. What's up, Boo out? Boo out frozen right now. We got DJ back in the building. You feel me?
Yo!
Boo out. You back. I see you moving. You good? How you doing, bro?
He frozen again.
Now he's staying like that now. Now he's not frozen. I see him moving. All right. Because you, as soon as I said Boo out of the DJ back in the building. What's good, DJ?
Oh, man, you know I'm just ready to get it in.
And we got the guy that cannot show his face. Your goat in the building.
What's good, everybody? The reason I can't show my face is because I'm under 16, and over 16 content will get you banned if I show my face. So, Troy, don't even start. But otherwise than that, hope you guys enjoy the stream. It's going to be a great stream tonight. If you guys need the links, check it out in the comment section. I have it already, Spotify. So, yeah.
Hey, but why I got this break, man? Listen. I know Troy said something, and he did it a little bit, and then everybody's been doing it at the end. So Troy going to get back to it, man. Shout out to our damn listeners over on Spotify, Google, Apple, iHeart, because we over there, man. We appreciate you guys. We got a lot of listens in this last week or two, bro. It skyrocketed. So I want to say shout out you guys. Let me fix my light. Yep. In my way. I want to say shout out to you guys over there listening and supporting us over there, man. We appreciate it. So the people on YouTube, you're watching this. Whether you're watching it live or you're watching it after, man, hit that like button. If you ain't subscribe, man. We got content. You want to come on the show, you get up here. You want to talk? You don't like something we said, you want to address it? Come address it. We here for the smoke, man. But without any further ado, the first round of the playoffs is a wrap. And we're into the second round. So before we get into that second round and the matchups we got there, and I know we had our first game of the second round. No, first two games of the second round. Heat Knicks and Suns Nuggets. Boston's winning right now by 1 point. Come on, Boston. Woo! All right. So
Pistons in 6.
Your GOAT will always spill his.
Playing 2K, bro, because I don't understand this.
Pistons in 6. NBA champions.
Hey, say it one more time for me.
I know what you're gonna do.
Say it one more time for me.
Just because it's the introduction of the soundboard, Pistons in 6.
All right. He got put on. All right. That's
no me llamas puto, eh?
Hey. All right. So back to what I was saying. All right, I'm loading it up because every time you shut this, you gotta load it up. All right, so damn. All right, we know the Cavs lost to the Knicks. We don't want to start there. We don't want to talk about that. Anybody got anything to say about Cavs losing to the Knicks? Did you think the Cavs were going to put up a better fight against the Knicks?
You're damn right, I did. Yeah. I thought it was a matchup that was going to be the most exciting matchup in the first round, and it turned out to be not that one.
It was still a good, it was good games, but it's nothing close to a series I was predicting, which was Cavs in 7. Great defensive series, which we saw some of that on the Cavs side, but way more of that on the Knicks side, and that's the reason they won was because of their defense. So I did know that it was going to be a great defensive matchup, but I didn't have the Knicks performing so well, and I didn't have the Cavs performing so horribly.
Facts.
They played horribly. I swear on my mother's life, if you put the Pistons in that series, we're playing better than the Cavs. Cavs play horribly. I don't care what nobody says.
Yeah, Killian Hayes going for 30.
Yeah. 34. But on the real, Cavs were just horrible, and I was definitely disappointed by how they played.
Yeah, they was underperforming though, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie to you.
They still young.
No, it's I don't know what to say. Like,
I think people got caught up in the Donovan Mitchell going there, him being that type of player, and what he did when he got there. They started balling. He dropping 70 pieces. I think everybody thought that was going to translate to the playoffs. And I just don't think, and I said the same thing about the Cavs last year. They just don't have enough experience for me in those moments when you're down, when one guy's not going off, another guy needs to step up. And those type of moments, that pressure can weigh you down more and make you play worse than what you're already playing. That's what we saw from the Cavs. The pressure of being in the playoffs kind of got to some of those guys. Darius Garland was just chucking shots up and not really making anything.
That's my whole thing. Like, I don't know if Donovan hurt some of those guys. I definitely think he hurt Garland some, but Mobley didn't show up. Jared Allen was getting outplayed by Mitchell Robinson. That was surprising. Yeah, it was just not the series I thought it was gonna be. I thought that was gonna be at least a 6-7 game series, but yeah.
Got it over with. They didn't waste no time like I would have liked my Boston to do.
Yeah, and the Knicks, I mean, their rotation players play better, in my opinion. So, and all across the board, Knicks just play better, outperformed them, and exceeded expectations. Although I feel like one of the biggest reason why this series was for the Knicks is the Cavs, because how they performed horribly. So yeah.
Another series that came to the end was Celtics finally put away the Hawks in Game 6. I kind of think we addressed that. So I just wanted to, mention that again. We are playing the 76ers round 2, Game 1 right here, right now. Let's get it. All right. So the other series I wanted to talk about before we get to the main one was the Kings versus the Warriors. Absolutely. Well, it's two more because we got to talk about Lakers versus Grizzlies. I got words for Dylan. Yeah, so let's go Warriors Kings. What did you guys think about that Game 7? Because I watched it real time as it unfolded, and I'm just going to tell you, my impression by the end of that second quarter was, damn, this is going to be a close game, and it might even go to the last shot. And then the Warriors did what the Warriors do, and they came out and smack you in that third quarter, and it's just like
Steph
nothing you can do.
100%.
100%. You got to give the credit to Steph, because Steph came out there with the mindset was, we're not losing this game. And a lot of those other guys, Klay Thompson included, did not perform well in that game particularly to give them the win as convincingly as they got it. But Steph going off for a 50-piece, the shots that he made in the crucial moments that he made them, like that basket when he went between and just that little soft while he went to the ground bang, like that was a key floater layup. I don't know what you call that thing, but Steph was in the zone, and I don't, uncharacteristic or characteristic. And I kind of said this to Boo up last night. If the Warriors lost that game, Klay was getting fried. He went in that first quarter. Fans were going to fry that kid. I mean, not the kid, that man. They were going to fry that man like he's never been fried, because they tried to fry him last year, and a lot of people, even myself, came to his defense. Like, nah, he was injured. Coming off injury. You got to let him get his boot. Now people ain't taking that no more. But so I'm glad they got the game out. But hopefully Klay can go forward and have some better games, because I don't want Klay catching heat from you fake fans out here, and just like calling everybody out when they play bad. How did you guys feel about Kings Warriors?
Another classic type series. It was a good series, man. I like what I seen from Fox. I thought he played well for this being his first time in the playoffs. Fortunate, I think he broke his index finger on the shoulder. On the shoulder.
His pinky, his tip. Yeah, he broke the tip of it.
Yeah, I don't think it threw him off that much.
Oh no,
I would have liked to see him perform a little bit better in that game.
In Game 7,
but Sabonis is. I think Sacramento got to get them a real big.
Put Sabonis back at the power forward.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They need a defensive type big over there, because he's not a real paint presence. And then he kind of got taken out of the game by Draymond in a way I didn't like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought he was supposed to dominate. I thought that was going to be that key to victory, him outplaying Draymond, Fox being able to kind of keep up with Steph to a degree. Like, I thought that was they path to winning Game 7. But he didn't. He had a good game, but Draymond was just more impactful. And that was, to me, as great as Steph was, I think that's the the story of the, you know what I'm saying, Sabonis not being able to live up to what his regular season was.
Mhm. I mean, I told you guys from the first game this series. This series is gonna.
Yes, your goal cut out. Get him out of here.
Yo, can you hear me? My bad,
Yep,
my bad.
you're
Siri,
back. You're
Siri
back.
was activated for some reason.
About to
So
say the Mexican Wi-Fi.
that's fucked up. That's
That is.
fucked up, man.
Yo.
Hey, I got the
Gonna get a
best
fucking
internet.
ban in Mexico, bro.
You cannot listen to this podcast here.
That's Indian,
No,
bro.
it's
That's
from the
Indian.
sideline. No, it's from the sideline.
Hey, boo up. You cannot listen. You cannot listen to it here.
Salicio.
You cannot listen to
man.
it here.
Oh shit.
Okay,
Go ahead, you go. I'm sorry.
Oh.
My B.
So, as I was saying, I told you guys that this series was going to depend on how the Warriors would play against Domantas Sabonis. As we have said, the series was really going to depend on Domantas Sabonis, and I feel like one of the reasons the Warriors won the series, and a very underappreciated asset, was Kevon Looney. He won. I think he won 6 out of 7 battles for rebounding against Domantas Sabonis. And I know Domantas Sabonis should be a power forward, but when we look at the regular season, Domantas was getting more.
Was he the rebound leader?
Yeah, I think he was one of the
No, he led the
rebounds.
league in
Yeah,
rebound.
but we look at Kevon Looney, and I particularly look at the performance he had when Draymond was out, when he had 20 boards, 9 assists, had a great defensive presence. I mean, that's what he has been able to do this entire series. You know, he's not an offensive vocal point, but the things he can do rebounding wise this series, even passing the ball, and especially defensively shutting down Domantas Sabonis has been incredible. Draymond has had a role in that. I mean, the whole Warriors defense has had a role in that, but I feel like people aren't really appreciating fully what Kevon Looney has brought to these Warriors team and this series. So that's one of the main reasons they won.
No, big props to Kevon Looney. Big
I
props.
was
Getting
that's what I was gonna
20
say.
plus rebounds in 3 games.
Yeah.
You're right. He shouldn't be
crazy.
an unsung hero.
No, he shouldn't.
20,
Not in the way
he
that
talked
not in the
about.
way he
13,
is.
21, yeah.
That boy channeled his inner Dennis Rodman.
14 in the
Man.
other 3 games he had 20.
That's what I mean.
What is he? I forget what is he on the list of guys who have grabbed 20 rebounds in a playoff. He's done it 3 times in a series. I forget where he landed on that list, but he's up there with some good names now. You can look at a list of Kevon Looney on there with greats for rebounding. I said this to Boo Up yesterday about the Kevon Looney rebounding. I said the Lakers cannot let him get 20 rebounds, not one game. Not one game can he out-rebound. He'll rebound that way against AD. Because if they do it, fans are going to start chirping that this guy is Dennis Rodman when it comes to rebounds. And I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit.
Hey, look.
Man, shout out to my man JT. We just had this conversation. He definitely said he taking Looney over Dennis Rodman.
Yeah. Because Looney brings more, but I'm listen.
He said, "What? Whoa, hold on. Run that back."
Listen. This is what I'm saying. It's not like people are they're gonna start chirping that Kevon Looney is better than Dennis Rodman. Like he's Dennis Rodman. He's the second coming. Look how but his technique is great. If you really watch the game, like I watched the game, if you could see how he just wheeled the ball in his hands. Like every rebound, there was 2 guys on his back. Almost every rebound, there's 2 guys on his back, and he's just willing himself to get the rebounds. Like
they got to pump the brakes on that though.
Like Mike Brown said something, right? Props to the Kings, but Mike Brown said something in the second quarter. You know, when you're watching a game and they shoot to the coaches and they talking in the huddle, Mike Brown was like, "They just want it more. They want it." Yeah. Kevon Looney wanted it more than Sabonis wanted it. Kevon Looney wanted it more, but you know what it is? And I said this to my physical therapist today. Shout out to my physical therapist. I said this to him. I said this to Buwap, and Buwap knew this. Last year when Golden State played the Boston, I said I will always go experience, but sometimes hunger can overtake experience, right? And that's what I think people expected here. They expected the hunger to be on the Kings side. But they didn't realize the hunger and experience was on Golden State side. Golden State was just more hungry than the Kings, and their experience helped with the hunger. Because I think Golden State was worried. I don't care what nobody said. I think they knew the Kings could knock them. And then you look at the performances. If Curry didn't go off for 50, they lose another song today.
Yeah. The biggest takeaway I got from Game 7 is that a lot of people forget how good of a finisher Curry is at the basket because he shoots so well. But I mean, at a certain point, he was just like, you know what? I ain't getting no open looks. Y'all leaving the paint open. I'm gonna go in there and finish over whoever you put in front of me. Curry was going off with his little finger roll, whatever it is. Look out there looking like Tony Parker shooting floaters in 2007. Curry was balling. I was watching that game and I was like, this is ridiculous. In a 50-point game in a Game 7, first time in NBA history. Props to him. He carried him.
Yeah, he got him there. That's for sure. He definitely
did. And they're going to have to step up against the Lakers. But let's get into what I want to get into. Fuck the West. All right, we staying in the East here.
Let's go.
The team with the best record, the number 1 seed, the Juggernauts, the guys who won championship 2 years ago, who a lot of fans and a lot of their peers out like in the media world wanted those guys to go back to back. That didn't happen. So now they're expecting them to get back this year. Game 1, Giannis gets hurt. He bruised his ass. I don't want to care. Nobody
broken his ass.
He had a bruised ass. Okay. He goes out the next 2 games. And I believe it's 2-1. Heat, right?
Yep.
2-1 Heat. And then he comes back.
Moolage.
He comes back and they proceed to lose, right? They lost in 6, right? Or 5? 5.
Lost in 5.
5. Comes back and
they lost game 4 and 5. Right.
Game 4 and 5. Lose 2 games. And I know everybody's heard the snippet of, Giannis saying that the season isn't a failure. And, there's steps to success. And
this is not the failure. Steps to success.
And a lot of stuff, we're going to get into it because we're about to dive deep into it. Hey, this is the part of the show you want to stick around and
check out the new video. New video is going to be posted tomorrow probably.
All right. It's hard for me to sit here. And let me put me in my rightful place. All right. It's hard for me to sit here and not want to go in on the Bucks. So I'm not going to hesitate. You feel me? Because I know Boo Wop, I had to hear you all last year tell me Chris Middleton missing piece, so they could beat Boston. And coming into this year, you stand on it. They could beat Boston. And I know I'm taking, I'm the guy that takes injuries into consideration. So I'm taking Giannis injuries into consideration. So this isn't all for Giannis. That's why I say I'm going on the Bucks. Giannis deserves some fault. Like, you can't play with an ass bruise. I don't know. We question Kawhi. But hey, nobody questioned Giannis when he got an ass bruise. Time out. Didn't Jimmy bruise his ass too? And Jimmy played. I'm sorry. Jimmy played. That's
Jimmy
all I'm going to say about
Giannis had a back contusion.
No, I know.
Yeah. Jimmy did. Jimmy had the bruise, but
Prince of what? Prince of what? I got you. Don't worry, boy. But yeah, he had a contusion. So I know. But it's the Prince of Troyland. You remember? You remember who? He's back. I told you.
Fucking disgusting, man.
So he had an ass bruise, and Jimmy had an ass bruise, and everybody was just bruising their ass in this series. You feel me? Sorry, YouTube, don't take us down. But I do. He was injured. He sat out. He had a back contusion. We got to take that into consideration. But do you not think when the best player in the league comes back, and he's got the second best player next to him, and Chris Middleton, that I'm supposed to think that they're not supposed to beat the AC to Heat? Am I supposed to really sit here and think that Bucks team, number 1 seed, best record, with Giannis on the floor, like, it's not supposed to figure out a way to beat the Heat? No, I can't take that. Like, he said the season isn't a failure. 100% it's a fucking failure. 100% it's a failure. That season is a failure, Giannis. It's a failure. Because I didn't think Jimmy was going to go in there and do that. I knew the defense was good, and I'm quoted on saying that I didn't want Boston playing because I was scared of that defense. Not in the first round. Later on, when they tied themselves, I'm good with it. But not in the first round. That's a scary matchup. And I said this in the beginning of the season. The Heat are not the same. but they have playoff defense. And if you get into playoff with them, that's a scary matchup just off of their defense. They showed us that. Props to Jimmy and those boys. But Jimmy and them had injuries too. So we're not going to say Giannis injury. And we sat on this show last week or the episode before that and said that Tyler Hero might be a bigger miss for the Heat than Giannis was for the Bucks. And I know hindsight is 2020, and now we can sit here and say Giannis was the bigger miss for him missing those 2.5 games or 2 games and 3 quarters. Like, but nah, I'm not. I'm not done. I want Boo-Wop to get in here because I know Boo-Wop want to say, but nah, like, where are you putting the blame at? Like, and I know where you're going with it, and that's why I'm kicking it to you, Boo-Wop, because we're gonna get into that part too, and I want to tear that part apart so we can get into the players. So Boo-Wop, on you, who are you putting the blame on for the Bucks losing in the first round to 18?
It's like I'm gonna go. Some of it is definitely on Giannis. Like games 4 and 5, he got to take some heat for those games. They up 12, I think, both games. 5 minutes down there.
I blinked, Boo-Wop. I said, opened up. Oh shit, the Heat up by 2. What the fuck just happened?
Exactly, and it's like, you know, that was just a bad look. It's just, you know, you cannot be who I perceive to be the best player in the world, and you cannot go down like that. Like, okay, game 4, I'm not gonna lie. Game 4, see, this was my reaction when I seen him miss games 3, right? Game 3. I'm like, okay, maybe he hurt for real, because, you know, this is the Heat. The Heat are fake legit. Like, that's Jimmy Butler and them. Them boys is not playing. Like, so I'm like, maybe Giannis got to be hurt. So game 4 in Miami, I could see them still losing this game, but not the way they was up. See, if Giannis come out not looking the same, all right, maybe you hurt Giannis. All right, we give you the pass. But nah, they was up 12. Giannis had a very good game. On top of that, Brook Lopez gave him like 30 and 10. You gotta win that game. There's no excuse for why they lost that game. And then game 5 was just, oh my God. Like, Giannis was afraid out there. I watched him in that overtime. I mean, like, be afraid.
Was he afraid to hurt his ass?
No, shoot free throws.
Oh, yeah.
He was afraid to shoot the free throws.
You're not lying.
I think he was 9 of 20. He was
shot a lot of them.
Shackish. He shot a lot of free throws.
Shot a lot of them. And it was not 50% from the free throw.
Exactly. Right? So I watched, like, that's not a good look for the best player in the world, bro. Like, you was afraid, you didn't want the ball, like, you folded, they choked. But yeah, he got to take some heat for that. Now, to me, Coach Bud takes the most heat.
Damn right.
He takes the most heat because at the end of the day, you had the timeout. You could have slowed that shit down. You never stopped momentum. You never did anything. You didn't double Jimmy. You literally watched him deep fry Drew Holiday. You watched it. The man shot over 50% in the series. You got to give him a different look, man. You got to do something, bro.
Play better, coach better.
Yeah, man, it was just a bad outing for the Bucks. The Bucks deserve to get some of this heat, bro. They got to get some of this heat.
They got to get all the heat.
They got to get it. They got to get some of this heat, bro. Like,
the biggest thing for me too is like, and I'm not talking about Boo. I know me and Boo have had that shit last night, and I was fucking with him mostly because it's not him at all, but it's most of you fans out here. When we're having these conversations, a guy like Giannis will get a pass for a loss like this, right? He was injured. He missed games. Like, and I'm not saying it's equivalent because KD and Kyrie did not miss games, but KD came back shortly before the playoffs. But nobody gives KD a pass. And I understand circumstances are different. Y'all going to look at KD's history and be like, oh, he left for Golden State, blah, blah, blah. He's a snake this, he's a snake that. Giannis never did nothing like that, 100%. But it's like, in these moments, I give flack to James Harden, and me and Boo went about that last night. I give flack to these guys for making decisions that they make. But I'm consistent. I do it to fucking everybody. So I gotta give some to Giannis. But the biggest person I want to give it to is Chris fucking Middleton. Like, yeah, Giannis is the best player. He did get hurt. Did I expect more from him? 100%. If you are the best player in the league, you're supposed to go out there as being Giannis and win this fucking series. So nobody's gonna tell me different that, oh, you got to give him this pass. No. He came back the last 2 games. I get it, he's hurt, but he's the best player in the league. It ain't like he out there taking jump shots. The dude is just dunking on people. That's his game. That is his game. He's just dunking on people. Go out there and dunk on these niggas. Jimmy is how much shorter than you? They didn't have a healthy Bam. They lost their best shooter. Like, they're depending on Duncan Robinson, who's a damn seesaw. Like, what end you going to sit on? Like, this is what I don't understand. Like, the Heat were hurt, banged up. At AC, they weren't the same team. The defensive mindset was still there, like I said. But I do not expect this team, right, to go in and lose to a team like the Heat in the first round. In the first round. I knew it would be tough, but I did not expect this. So I don't want to hear people out there giving them passes. But Chris Middleton got to go. That's it for me. I'm tired of hearing all this Chris Middleton this and Boston would have lost if Chris Middleton was healthy. No, they wouldn't have. They would have still beat them cats. They would have still beat them. When Chris Middleton is supposed to hold the team together, all I need you to do is hold my team together for 2 games, bro. You can't even fucking do that. You come out, Giannis goes down, you win the next game. Hooray, you and Drew go off. But then the next game, and Drew deserves a lot of flack too, because, like, bro, you supposed to be a great defender, and I get it. Jimmy's a great defender too. So Jimmy has the mindset on offense to attack great defenders, right? You know that. You have to play into that. You're letting this dude cook you. Tell Bud to switch off. Tell one of your teammates to stick him. Like, move out the way. To Buat's point, no doubles. No adjustments. But sometimes the players got to be like, yo, double this nigga. Like, double them. And I'm not putting it on them in that aspect. That's on Bud. But, like, yo, Chris Middleton, I don't want to hear how good this guy is anymore. I just really don't. I'm tired of hearing how good he is. Yes, he's a good player. He's better than me. I can accept that. But if you're telling me Giannis wants to win another title, I do not think he does that. I'm sorry, I don't.
Yeah,
I didn't want to interrupt you because I'm pretty sure you're gonna get a good TikTok out of that. So I'm going on. Budenholzer deserves most of the blame, especially for the defensive side, because yes, Drew Holiday is a great defender in his own right. We all know this, but the fact of the matter is, I know Giannis was hurt or whatever, but Giannis is a former defensive player of the year. Why isn't Giannis guarding Jimmy Butler? And you keep putting Drew, and Drew is getting cooked. I like Drew Holiday, but bruh, you were getting cooked. And if you're the captain of the defense like you're supposed to be, like Troy said, come on, man, you gotta tell somebody, hey, come over and help in this situation, do this and that. I'm pretty sure Budenholzer was probably on the sideline.
The adjustments don't go to Boo. It's not, but as a player, just me, I'm speaking from my experience. If I see that, I'm not waiting for the coach to make that adjustment on the floor. Like, and I think Buap, you said it last night. How much of it it's like, or I think Mel, one of you guys said it. How much of it turns on the coach to where you got to turn around and look at the players like, all right, what are you guys going to do about it?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, when they said Giannis asked to guard Jimmy, you know what I'm saying? But my whole thing is, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think that would have mattered.
No, I don't either.
Good. I think it would have been good for us fans to say, well, Giannis was one of them. But I think Jimmy had it going. He was going to smoke Giannis too. You had to double. You had to get the ball out of his hands. That's what you had to do. You had to make him stop scoring. We're doubling you.
Yep, this is one of those series.
If somebody else got to beat us, not you.
Yeah, right. That's what I was about to say. Where Jimmy cannot be the one that beats us. Once Jimmy got hot and Jimmy was in the flow in like game 3, nah, Jimmy can't be the one that beats us no more. We got to let Max, Strauss, and all these up Duncan Robinson, those guys got to beat us.
Jimmy had it going ever since game 1. He had like one off night. That was game 2. He just like literally.
I think he put Jimmy was like
destroying their ass.
Jimmy probably was like, let me take it easy since Giannis not here, right? We give him this game. I'm smoking hot. These guys can't touch me. I need a little rest. I bruised my ass too. And like, it's just a disgrace, man.
You would think, okay, when the Bucks won their championship, Giannis cooked the Suns the last 4 games of that series, right? And this had shades of exactly what Monty Williams did during that series. And it's like, you're just going to let Giannis beat you. Well, Monty was like, well, we're just going to let Ayton keep guarding him one-on-one. So y'all already been on the winning side of that situation, and you're going to sit here and do the same thing that Monty Williams and the Suns did against you. And just let this dude keep cooking you, bro. Come on. You got to get the ball out his hands.
They're playing to it with the mindset of Jimmy has to beat us. And, Jimmy, Himmy, Hendricks, whatever you want to call him. He's on that guitar, bringing it. like because Jimmy came to play, and that's why I said at the end of this playoffs we're gonna do a tier list of the playoff performances from this year and we might do playoff performances all time or final or whatever. We got to mix Jimmy in there somehow. Best playoff performances. We'll kick it to your goal. He'll put a tier list together. We'll figure it out. But back to Chris, no job Middleton, because I don't want him to have a job in about 2 weeks. About 2 weeks, I get the Bucks. 2 weeks, cut him, trade him, do something. Trade him to the Pistons. They can use him down there.
No,
is he not a free agent this season?
No.
He's a quality NBA player.
He's quality, but get him up out of there.
He's just not a good number 2 anymore.
No,
like he can't stay healthy, and
Michael Porter Jr. is playing better than him. Get him up
I
out of here.
I don't know, like with him though. Like I said, like last year was last year for me. I thought Middleton was still Middleton of the previous year that just won the title. Like I seen that guy hold it down for Giannis some games in the playoffs. Like when Giannis got hurt against Atlanta, yeah, he held it down. Like, no, you can't do that, Troy. Come on, man. You gotta be real, man.
Uh-oh.
You gotta be real, man.
Trash bag shit, dog, bro. Get the doggy bag and pick up the shit. Bro.
You know the man.
Get
ain't
the doggy
trash,
bag and pick up the shit.
Bro. He didn't do his job, and I'm a
no, he didn't. And that's all I'm saying. He trash at doing his job. That's all. He's not a trash player. He's just trash at doing his job.
I mean, it all depends on what you want. Like if you looking for a title, then he ain't the guy to be the number 2 no more. I just think he can still be like a number 3 on the team. Like,
I think you gotta get rid of. You gotta get rid of. Yeah, to somebody else, boy. Because all right, so we gotta be realistic here. How do the Bucks bring somebody else in that's going to be formidable next to Giannis without giving up Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday?
Oh well, let me see. Who could they bring in there? You could bring in a guy like Bradley Beal.
But Bradley not leaving the Wizards. We got to be realistic here. He just signed another deal.
I'm just naming players that could.
Yeah, but I'm saying let's be realistic.
I don't know the free agent market though. Again, like so, it's tough to think who's really out there that could.
I pull some free agent names up there. See who free agent coming up. Let's talk about it because it's like we had this conversation last year about Chris Middleton, and I said the same thing. Like I just don't think. Yeah, like you could win a title alongside Giannis, 100%. Like 100%. Did he contribute to that title? 100%. 100%. But I don't know. I heard murmurs that Brook Lopez would contribute a little bit more.
Fuck out of
here. I heard.
They was calling that boy Chris Middleton. Like they was saying he was like Jordan. They was calling him Jordan.
They can get Dylan Brooks.
Nah, Dylan, I'll take Dylan. I take Dylan over Middleton. Nah, I'm trolling my ass off right now. Dylan Brooks is about to be fired in 2 days. He ain't about to fire in the next 2 days. That guy's going to the Pistons. They're going to sign and trade for Killian Hayes. All right.
No, oh my God. No, stop involving our name in Chris Middleton. No, stop.
Chris Middleton to the Pistons.
That'd be a nice second option for y'all.
For Killian Hayes.
I don't think so.
Hey, Boo Up, I ain't gonna lie to you. Looking at this free agent list, bruh.
it ain't looking good.
The free agents, Westbrook, Harden. Westbrook, Harden, Kyrie.
We get Harden over there though. Let's be realistic.
Yeah,
Harden ain't going there though.
I know he ain't going to the Suns.
He don't like Giannis.
I know he's going to the Suns.
I can't see him. No, I don't think he's going to the Suns either.
If I'm gonna be honest, the Bucks lost because they were lazy in the little things, right? When you really watch that game, there were like 3 or 4 where you can press it again. Honestly, I'm gonna get to it, right? This is gonna be the kicker. This is gonna be the kicker, right? There were 3 or 4 possessions where there were outlet passes in which nobody got back on defense. Thank you, Troy. Because what the hell are you guys doing? This is a closeout game. You guys, the effort was subpar until almost the end of the third quarter when they started to pick it up. That's when they started to like, oh shit, now we got to start playing because these niggas are starting to come back on us. Like you guys should have been playing at that level
You
the
gotta do it
whole
like
time.
this. You gotta put
Close
your foot
out.
down.
This is
and
a
don't
close out
kick
game.
back.
Bro. This is a close out game. Either you guys gonna get closed out or you guys gonna extend the series. But to have a lead like that and then to squander the lead because you guys started to get lackadaisical, that's on y'all. Like y'all won a championship. Come on, come. Like and like DJ said, I'm putting this on the coach, bro. Where are your adjustments? You see, Jimmy is cooking right now, bro. Like man's just going crazy. He is tripping. Okay, he is in full on trip mode, and you're not doing anything to stop this man. You're not doing anything to even slow him down. Check him, get the ball out of his hand, something. Like
You know another thing
that
that
speaks
was.
volume.
You know another thing that was thrown around this motherfucker. Oh, they got Jay Crowder. That's gonna even the defense out against Boston. Well, you didn't even make it there. You didn't even make it there. So Crowder for what? Crowder for what? Somebody tell me Crowder for what? For nothing.
He just came out and said that though. Jay Crowder, I think he tweeted like, "Why was I even brought here?"
I mean, he really didn't do nothing.
Coach Budenholzer
play.
Coach Budenholzer is very notoriously for being so slow with his adjustments. Like,
well, Jay Crowder is a free agent too this year, so maybe not.
And we just look at past series. Coach Budenholzer has never been really that good at making adjustments. Like I remember
Jackson
the Kawhi
Hayes
series.
is a free agent.
I mean, I think Killian Hayes is a free agent too, so he might get the max. You know.
Hachimura is a free agent too. Yeah, I don't really see no. I don't really see no point guards. Yeah. I mean, Russ and I don't think Russ, but back to these bumlets.
Kyrie a free agent.
Kyrie is a free agent. So is Chris Middleton, and I just I can't take it. Like, I can't take the Chris Middleton, and I think like people say overrated Trae Young, but Chris Middleton to me is overrated too. Like, I get it, they won a championship. He's a nice player. He's a solid player, but who on a list of shooting guards is he actually better than? Top 5, top 10? Somebody tell me.
Hell no.
Top 15, top 20?
Put that soundboard again.
Oh, which one? This one?
No.
Like,
hey, that's a good point, though. I've never even thought of that. That's a good point.
Somebody tell me, like when Buwa says Bradley Beal, that's because we know if Bradley Beal go over there, bro. Yeah, the thing they lose is defense, but you can pick that up in other players or schemes or running zones or zones that fit Bradley Beal in it.
Bradley Beal is a solid defender.
He's a solid defender, 100%. But they still, I know we had this conversation, and I know some people, Mel, think that Bradley Beal, they're going to lose defense to it. So even if that's the case,
there's a what?
Other places.
Bradley is a what?
See, even more is just questioning about him being a solid defender. Whatever.
He's a solid defender.
Bradley Beal?
Yeah, he's a solid defender. Like not like he's not a not saying he a boxer or anything like that. I'm saying like he's not like trash at defense. Like, you know what I'm saying? He can man up, move his feet. I watched him and John Wall play defense. They solid, especially John Wall, but Bradley Beal solid.
Oh yeah, we know about John.
He can get up in you. Like, he just not finna necessarily. I ain't looking for him to stop nobody or slow nobody down, but I don't think he like liability or nothing like that. Like, that's what I mean. Like, if he goes to the Bucks, he's not hurting their defense. I don't see that. When you're a great defensive team, you can hide certain players, like especially a player that's just not a liability. Like, they can have Bradley Beal over there easily if he truly was a liability, but I don't think he that though. The Warriors used to have Steph all the time. He was a very great defense.
I mean, just looking at some shooting guards.
I got him between somewhere in the like 15.
We got Donovan Mitchell, not better than Donovan. Somebody stop me when you hear a name that you think he's better than. Devin Booker.
Who you talking about?
Chris Middleton. Donovan Mitchell, Devin Booker, James Harden, Bradley Beal, Desmond Bain.
Oh, we must be looking at the same list.
Desmond Bain. No, see, nobody's saying anything. Jaylen Brown.
Definitely not.
Chris Dunn. I'm not Chris Dunn. I'm not. I don't know.
I would say Desmond. I give Chris Middleton over Desmond.
All right, so Desmond and then Chris Dunn. He's going over. Chris Middleton's going over. Zach LaVine, Anthony Edwards. This list going to start. It's going to be some nasty names on it, but
It's going by PER. That's why.
Right. Norman Powell.
Yeah. Give me Chris
Middleton. Middleton. Josh
Yeah.
We'll say Middleton.
Yeah, Middleton.
Not an
Middleton's
impressive
an
list. Not, and the reason I'm reading his names because not an impressive list of who he's better. All right, DeJounte Murray.
Yeah.
Fred VanVleet.
He's better than Fred VanVleet.
I'll take it. All right, so Fred VanVleet. All right, Malik Monk. You can say that. Alec Burke. You can say that. Emmanuel Quickly. You can say that. Kevin Porter Jr.
Give me Chris.
Yeah.
Chris.
CJ McCollum.
CJ all day.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean,
I don't know.
It's tough, but like,
honestly.
they're sort. Yeah, I agree with that. They're on the same level. I mean, CJ shooting is impeccable, but
Now I'm just going to say noticeable names. Buddy Hield.
Yeah. CJ. I mean, give me Chris.
Yeah, give me
Klay Thompson.
Hey.
At this point,
we all know what Moo's gonna say.
I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop at this name. Bogdanovich.
Chris. Bogdan is. Are you talking about Bojan or Bogdan?
the one that plays for Atlanta.
One of y'all.
Chris.
Like that's what I'm saying. If we're looking at the top guys, Donovan Mitchell.
I'm not taking Chris Middleton over Jalen Green either. So
Zach LaVine, Anthony
Jalen
Edwards.
Green. I'm taking Jalen Green.
From Houston.
Jalen, I like Jalen Green a lot. I just in terms of a team setting, I prefer Chris. But I mean, potential wise, we all know that Jalen Green's a monster. He's gonna come
RJ Barrett.
into a monster.
Me Chris.
Chris over that, for sure.
I said RJ Barrett just to add to the list of names of people that's just not impressive that he's over. That's what I'm saying. Like, back to my point. Sorry, we slowed the show down, but fuck Chris Middleton.
Fuck Chris Middleton.
He's out. That's all. He's out.
He left the Pistons and tried to become a good
He's
player.
out. He's out. Get him out of there. I want him out of there. That's what I want. I want Chris Middleton out of there. Give Giannis somebody better that he can utilize and win another championship with. And I'm pretty sure we all agree with that. I know you ain't gonna agree with the fuck Middleton part, but fuck Middleton. Fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. Troy is back. I haven't hit a fuck that dude in a long time. So fuck that. You feel me? I gotta get that sound bite. You feel me? Fuck that dude.
Gotta get that soundboard.
Gotta get that sound bite so I can have it on there. So when y'all start naming niggas, like I could just say hit the button, like fuck that dude. You feel me? But Chris Middleton is one of those on that list. I just can't take it. The Bucks shouldn't. They can't. They're supposed to be one of the top contenders, not towards the bottom of the 14. They're supposed to be number one on that damn list, and Boston is supposed to be number 2. And it's like, I don't understand it. I don't like it. If the Warriors would have got bounced, I would have fucking lost my shit, bro. I would have lost my shit.
I think the last time the 1 seed beat the 8
2010.
was, nah.
The last time an AC beat the number 1 seed was in 2010.
Nah,
2010?
It was 2010. They've been saying it all.
I'm telling you, it wasn't. It was when the Bulls lost Derrick Rose when he tore his ACL.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I'm telling you, that was 2013.
I don't think they count that one.
2012, I'm sorry.
Yeah. That one. 2010, 2012, whatever. Around that time, 2012, 2010. But that's a long time ago.
What you're talking about is the Spurs and the Grizzlies.
Yeah, I think that's the one they were mentioning. That's the one they mentioned in the commentation I was listening to. So,
man, that was a freaking collapse, bro. I was so pissed off at work. I remember exactly where I was working.
Let's get to the second part of that and Giannis' response after the game. Now, I would say this, right? Before I bag him on there's no failure, right? I want to give him props for a couple of things he said. And one of the things that stood out to me is when he said, it just shows me his humbleness when at a part where he was like, Sometimes, sometimes you play good, sometimes you play bad, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Sometimes it's your turn, sometimes it's other team's turn. This year, somebody else will win it. I mean, that's obvious because you're out. You feel me?
Steps to success. This is steps to success.
Yeah, listen. You succeeded in getting out. That's what you did.
It's not a failure. It's not a failure. It's not failure. It's the steps to success.
Hey,
it's not a failure.
Let me ask you: do you get the promotion at your job every day, every year? Then when you don't,
is it a failure?
Hey,
no, you work to provide your family. You work to that.
Hey, you got that shit down, Pat. Go.
He does.
Hey,
I would make another joke, but I don't want to get banned.
I know a lot of Greek people, so that's how they talk.
Oh my God!
Hey, that
It's
boy
a steps
Giannis,
to success.
He felt attacked. He said, "Do you
God.
get a promotion? Do you get a promotion?" Hey, man. Hey,
you get a promotion every year.
He reeled it in though. I don't want to make it personal.
He said like this: do you get a promotion every year? Okay, is it a failure? No, it is steps to success. You work towards something to provide for your family or something like that. No, so same for me. This is steps to success. This season not a failure.
No, this season's a failure. So that's
definitely a failure. I'm sorry, Giannis. That shit's a failure.
Yeah, that's what he said. There's good days, there's bad days. There's some days when you're able to succeed, to be successful. There's other days where you're not. Some days it's your turn. Some days it's not your turn, and that's just what sports are about. You don't always win.
You don't always win. This is sports.
That's interesting, man. Because I don't fully agree with him that it is a failure. If he's looking at it as is he a failure? No, like Giannis is not a failure at all this season. He's not a failure at all.
Yeah.
But did the team fail? Or 100% you guys failed together as a collective group? You guys failed because your goal and your ceiling for this season was to win another championship. You missed that by a large mark. It wasn't like they got to the Eastern Conference Finals and lost to Boston or lost to the Heat. You lost in the first round. That's not a championship team. That's not a championship team. Nobody's going to tell me that this Bucks team is a championship team because they won 2 years ago. This is not a championship team. Championship teams are not supposed to get bounced in the first round. Yes, does it happen on occasion? It can happen. They've seen beat one seeds. It happens. It happened. No, but not this team, bro. Giannis is not supposed to be in a position where he's in Cancun sipping margaritas because of Jimmy Butler.
He's with the Pistons right now in Cabo fishing.
But I'm gonna say this though. That's like on one end, I get it. Like we know the 1 seed should beat the 8 seed. But it's just like we know the injury happened, but we have to still give Jimmy his flowers, bro. Like Jimmy deserves his flowers, bro. It's we can't keep saying nobody's seen Jimmy playing this well.
No, 100%.
Nobody's seen it.
But don't you think once you realize Jimmy Butler is in the flow as the best player in the world? Giannis as the best 30 and 10. Boo, that's what you expect from him. That's what don't you think he should have stepped up and matched that energy?
He gave you that.
Nah, he needed more. He needed more.
What I'm saying. You can't say 30 and 10.
Yeah, if Jimmy saw that he needed more, I'm expecting Giannis being the best player in the league to give more too, and I don't think he did that. I just think he had this energy.
I'm not gonna say. Well, that's obvious,
and that's why he was in the locker room like this after the game.
It's still deeper than that though, bro. Like at the end of the day, it's like
is it this
like
deep?
I'm saying, it's Giannis.
That sounded nasty as hell. That's me after eating some tacos.
Is it that deep? Listen, I don't. Go ahead, boo. I want to hear what you got to say. Sorry.
Avatar.
What I'm saying is that like you can't just act like Jimmy Butler didn't have a otherworldly performance in this series. He was otherworldly, bro. Like now, again, you can to me, what was most alarming about Giannis was mostly Game 5 for me. Like I don't like the fact that you would shine up in the moment. Like that's what hurts him. Yeah,
Jimmy got him, bro. That was it.
No, fuck that Jimmy got him shit. See, that's when
Jimmy did this.
It ain't nothing about It's one thing to lose, like, you know what I'm saying, to lose because a player just outplaying you. It shit happens.
No,
But
100%.
it's another when you lose, like you look like you was scared, and Giannis looked timid in them final moments, and
Because he
that's
never seen
different.
Jimmy hit me Butler. He's only
I
ever
know,
seen Jimmy.
man, you
He's
just
never seen
played.
Himmy.
You can't be Giannis and be afraid of nobody. Like, I'm just saying, like, it's just the reality. You can lose because everybody gonna lose sometimes. Like, most people gonna lose. You gonna lose some, unless you Jordan, of course, in the finals and shit like that. But like, yeah, don't lose.
You're gonna lose. That's part of the game. You're gonna lose.
Let me ask y'all this real quick.
Jordan has his failures because that was the second. Sorry, DJ. That was the second part of it. Jordan played 15 years. You know, he's won 6. Is the other? Are you going to say he failed for the other 9? And the reporter said no. I would have said yes. Those seasons, did Jordan fail? No. Was those seasons as a team a failure? Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask y'all this real quick because a lot of stock is getting put in. Miami was the 8 seed. Let's say Miami beats the Knicks. They go ahead and beat the Knicks. They play whoever they're playing in the Eastern Conference Finals, whether it's the Celtics or the 76ers. They lose in Game 7. Jimmy still goes off. Does that change your perspective any bit that they beat the Bucks in the first round?
No.
Oh, does that change any perspective on the Bucks side?
No. You said if the Heat get to the finals?
No, if the Heat get to the conference finals and they lose in 7, does that change my opinion? No.
It definitely don't change. It don't change.
Because now they're playing a weaker team now. In my mind, the Knicks are a weaker team than the Bucks. You're not going to tell me the Knicks are right. I got the Heat 5. I got the Heat 5 in this series.
That's why I just went ahead and not even talk about the Knicks and went to the Celtics or 76ers because I believe
I got the Heat in 5 in this series. So they're playing a weaker opponent. So them getting to the Eastern Conference Finals isn't really going to be that impressive to me. Tyrone isn't going to be really that impressive to me than if they went through a harder regimen, because we always talk about what you had to go through to get there. Like to play the Bucks, yeah, that's a good one. But then you play the Knicks, and then now you go on, you play Boston or the Sixers, and you lose to them. All right, you can say, yo, Jimmy went off, but what did it accomplish? You beat a really good team that didn't play as they should have played, and then you beat a subpar team in the Knicks that got Jalen Brunson to turn their team around. I don't know if you call them subpar, but that's what I'm calling them right now. Subpar team in Knicks.
For me, go ahead.
I just want to say one quick thing about this whole failure thing. So I watch a lot of sports, right? For example, just gonna take soccer. You're in the final, you should beat this team, right? You lose to that team, everyone in the media is going to start calling you a failure. The reason people are going to start calling you a failure as a team was because you did not meet an expectation. Your expectation was to win, and you didn't do that. That means you failed at meeting that expectation. I do understand the point that Giannis is coming from, but in my opinion, that is a failure. Like, for example,
don't agree, Tyrone.
You might have an expcation that GQ is going to make a dunk, but instead he does this. You can see it on my profile picture.
Oh, man.
Failed.
Oh, my God.
That's fired.
He failed at his expectation. So, therefore, that is a failure. Simple.
Wait till I get this soundboard, the real sounds together. That is
nasty.
Wow.
Hey, when he just did boo-wop, he knocked on the door. GQ opened it. He screamed. And he slammed that shit.
Man. Right. Yeah, I think it was a failure though for the most part, clearly. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's clearly a failure. Like, when you're a championship caliber team, you want to get to the finals. That's 100%. it. You want to get to the finals and you want to win it all. And they had those expectations. Now
we call the Clippers failures, right? Clippers are failures, right?
Yeah,
they had expectations.
To a degree, they just
to get to the finals year after year, but they're injured. They can never make it there. That's a failure.
Yeah, that's
a team.
Failure, but it's not viewed the way this is. Like, the bubble year, you can get like you can get them for the bubble.
Oh yeah, you got to eat them for the bubble.
They underperform. Like, that's just the reality. But like everything after that,
this is the Bucks bubble. They underperform.
Now the Bucks, yeah. I would say Middleton underperformed, Drew Holiday underperformed,
and I think the Heat beat
the
Bucks 2 times in the last 3 years in the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
No.
Wait. Jimmy?
Yeah, I think it's two times because they beat him 2000 or
It's two
4 years.
it's two times in the last 4
4 years. 4 years, yeah. Because I think they beat him in 17 and then they beat him now. Or beat him 18.
They beat him in 19 or 20. They beat him in 20. No, yeah, the bubble. They beat him in the
The
bubble.
bubble,
Yeah, the bubble in and out, yeah.
And,
so
yeah. So
hey, it's a to me, it's like, and I was saying this about the Heat at the beginning of the season. It's like, yo, they're a tough team. They're not the same team as last year, but they're a tough team. They're tough out. And Boo-Wop said this to me yesterday. Me and Boo-Wop was really going at it. That's just because we love each other, though. But he said it to me. He was like, you probably was praying y'all didn't play the Heat. I said it on the show. I didn't want to play the Heat.
Me personally,
I did not want to play them, bro.
I thought the Heat was gonna be a tough out. I did. But I picked.
I didn't think they were gonna beat the Bucks. If you think if they matched up against anybody else,
no.
That's what I'm saying. If you think if they matched up against anybody else, the Heat probably had. If they matched up against the Sixers in the first round, I could probably say the Heat had a chance there.
That's the series that would have gave me a chance.
Right. If they matched up against the Knicks or the Cavs or something like that, I could give them that series. But you're not thinking like, yo, all right, this Heat team, and then you see them lose Hero. You see them lose Hero. Hero's a vital piece to their scoring. The Heat cannot score the ball. And that's why I think they're going to get into trouble with Boston and the Sixers. And Embiid is healthy enough to play. Like, they could find themselves in some trouble with that with the Knicks, too, because the Knicks are going on scoring tiers. Like, Brunson is a very, very high IQ player. So it's like, you didn't think in no world, no universe, no parallel universe, did you think that the Bucks could lose to the 8th seed Heat? You knew they would give them a fight. You could see it going 7 like Golden State and Kings. But if I got to pick a team that's going to 7-game series to Game 7, I'm taking the Bucks 9 times out of 10. And I guess this was just that one time out of that 10 that the Bucks didn't get it.
I didn't remotely see a real 7-game. I thought it was going to be 5 at best. The Heat still 2, but I didn't see it. Based on what I was seeing, no.
Right? Yeah. You can't. I'm baffled. Like I said, it's not all on Giannis. Giannis got hurt, so I gotta reserve the same thing I reserved for KD when KD was hurt, and anybody else that's hurt. That I hold. So I gotta hold something. But it's like in those last 2 games, like the Heat on their floor, I don't care. But yeah, you're supposed to go in there and make a statement, come out, and I think everybody was expecting them to come out there, make a statement, beat them on their home floor, go to the next game and win it, and then you're on to the second round to play the Knicks. And then we're looking at the Bucks as having a 4-0 because I think if the Bucks play the Knicks, they sweep them. But now I don't know the way they play. I don't know if they get past the Heat, do they sweep the Knicks or do the Knicks have a chance to win?
No. Don't know if you're not telling me somebody doing a Jimmy Butler type performance. We don't
know.
Yeah, bro, I know. Don't nobody.
We don't know if somebody was going to do a Jimmy. We don't know. What if Brunson did a Jimmy? What if Brunson did a Jimmy?
Hey,
what if Brunson did a Jimmy?
If he do it,
and they call him Hemi Brunson.
Me, he got to do it. He got to show me, bro. Like, that's it, bro. Like, you would have never in a million years told me Jimmy finna play this way, bro. Never. I would have said he'd be good. I would have said he could be even great. He was super fucking human in this series, bro. Like super the shit he was doing, the shit he was doing down the stretch is ridiculous, bro. Like
that four-way shot to send it to overtime. Nah, you got to give Jimmy, give Everett Spoelstra, give Bam and those guys all the credit because they played their asses off, and the Bucks just underachieved. And it's partly, I give it 30. Probably you can say 33%, 20%, whatever you want to give it to. Giannis not, missing 3 games in 3 quarters, but you expect a championship team to be able to go out and win game 2, lose a game 3, but win a game 4 before Giannis comes back. Or when Giannis gets back, it's 2-2 instead of 3-1.
Giannis got back at game 4, so
it was
the Bucks for the most part did get game 2.
Yeah, which was a good game, and it was a big game for them to get 100%.
They got game 2. I'm not mad at them for being down 2-1. That's why I say it's kind of skewed because when you look at it on one end, Giannis got to take a lot of this heat though, because they come back worst case scenario. I thought they could have been down 3-0 the way Jimmy was hooping.
Mm-hmm.
They could have been down 3-0. So you come back to 2-1. Even though it's in your building, you look like you back. You fold down the stretch. Game 4, they choke. In game 5, you really choke. Like it's bad, bro. Like
Let
it's a
that man
bad
take
look
it
for
to
Giannis.
overtime and then put it away in overtime.
And you know how I feel about him, but it's like I personally think based on what happens this year, like, and based on what I just seen yesterday, Steph might be the best player in the world. Steph might be the best player in the world, bro.
Moolish loves it, but
I'm just
hey,
saying,
he might
bro.
just be at this point. He might just be. I don't know.
Because
What
to
happened
me,
to Giannis?
it's never truly been a definitive best player in the world. It's just who you think it is, and most people say Giannis. Some people been saying Steph since he won the title last year. Some people say KD or whatever. Like it all depends, but it's just to me, Giannis was the guy getting that most love for it. But you kind of got to look at him after this performance. Like you might not be the best player in the world, bro.
Hey.
You know, I mean, I get he folded down the stretch, but Giannis still. If you just look at the raw numbers, Giannis had a pretty good game. Just looking at raw numbers, other than the 9 for whatever from the free throw line, he still had 38 and 20. That gets lost in the shuffle. So somebody will pull that card and be like, he still had 38 and 20 points. I'm not going to be the guy to pull that card, but somebody will watching this video.
28, maybe he should have 48 and 20
Yeah.
rebounds. Like,
It should have been a game 6 performance from the finals.
When I said to Boo, he should have matched Jimmy intensity. Like if 38 isn't enough, then all right, we got 2 minutes left. I need 10 more points, and I'm gonna go get him. That's what we expect from Giannis. But what I see is it's the same thing I say about Joker. When shit hits the fan, you're gonna go to your best player, and if he had and it's with everybody. It's with every player, LeBron, KD, everybody. Like they're going to exploit your weakness. They're going to exploit it. And that's what the Heat do well against the Bucks. They exploit them really well at the end of the game. The ball is going to be in Giannis's hands. And he's either going to try to kick it to Middleton, or it's going to start in Middleton's hands and it's going to find its way to Giannis. And you could prepare for that. And if, like I said last night, Giannis needs to develop a back to the basket game. He needs to change. Like if we're going to get rid of Bud, like Buwap said, then you got to get rid of that philosophy that Giannis is just a Euro step dunker. Have this dude work with his back to the basket. Put shooters or legit shooters around him. You want to keep Chris Middleton? That's fine. Turn that nigga to a spot-up shooter. I don't give a fuck. Put shooters around him.
He got legit shooters though.
He does, but you need better. They're not. I think you can be better. Allen, Bobby Portis can all be better.
You can obviously be better, but he got the shooting. I think, like you said, it's Middleton. Middleton 100%. Is the guy. Middleton is the guy that you need to upgrade. Like in my opinion, you need to upgrade that position in particular. He's not dynamic. He's not, to me, he's not doing enough no more. And I never was sold on him, but it's just like I really think he the one guy you can trade and try to get something better for.
100%. And Drew, hey, I don't know. Drew might be time for Drew to go too.
You said who?
Giannis got to make his free throws. There's no
Giannis definitely got to. Giannis definitely got to do that. That's another thing that cost him the game.
Exactly.
But Giannis is always has he not always struggled from the free throw line?
No, definitely.
Don't care.
Look, but this is the thing.
That's going to haunt you in the playoffs. Like if Eric Spoelstra understands that he struggles from the free throw line, then guess what Eric Spoelstra is going to do? A smart, high Q, like-minded coach is going to attack that weakness of the team. Beat me by making your free throws, and they can't do it. Giannis has to change his game and get a back to the basket. Get like 4 moves that nobody can stop him do.
Hey, bring back the Shaq though, Troy. They weren't playing Hack-a-Shaq.
No, I know. Fouling him through the motion, 100%. But it could be worse if it was Hack-a-Shaq. But Eric Spoelstra knows, like, if he's driving, foul him. Not Hack-a-Shaq, but foul him.
But I'm saying they ain't got no choice to foul him. They ain't got nothing to do with Spo. To me,
like 100%. At the end of the day, I know Spo is like, look. That guy don't. If you're telling me,
Spo, you just not worried if you Spo. Spo, you like go on to the free throw
100%. But you know, if you're a good coach and you know if that's a good player's weakness, then you exploit that in the times of the games where you need an edge. So let's say if I'm down 10 and I need to come back, then guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna send Giannis to the line in the next 5. I'm gonna try to send him to the line, not intentionally fouling him, like running up to him and fouling him. No, let him get to the basket. But I'm a hard foul him when he gets there, so he shoots the free throws. He might make one, he might miss one. But if I go 10 possessions and I score on 8 of them, That's 8 points. If he only makes 5 out of the 10 free throws, that's 5 points. Now what am I down? Like that's what I'm thinking. Spo had to be like, yo, he's not a good free throw. If he's coming to the rack, take the charges. If you don't make a foul, make him shoot the free throws. This happens all the time. I'm not saying it's Shaq because you can't do that no more. The league changed the rules on it.
But I mean, that's still players still like had the ability to take charges. I don't think that's something Spo like encouraging.
No, dude, I'm just saying the mentality you put in those. It's just the system that's there. It's what they already normally do.
Yeah, I mean,
but when it comes to Giannis, I want him free throws. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it because you're gonna have to either foul him, he's gonna dunk on your ass. Like that's just how that's gonna go.
Hey, you can
it's
dunk
just
on
the
me.
reality.
No,
I'm just saying, like that's how you either moving out the way or you.
But that's what I'm saying. The reality of it is either you get dunked on or you foul him. All right. So Giannis on his end is either all right, I'm dunking on him or I'm gonna get fouled. Now that I'm getting fouled, is my free throw well enough that I can make him at a high clip? No. So what do I need to do? I need to find more ways that I can score efficiently without getting to the free throw line. I'm not a very good free throw shooter, right? I know my game is charging into the paint. I'm always going to get fouled that way. I got to add some finesse to my game. Guess what Giannis needs to do? Skyhook. Listen, if Giannis gets a skyhook, it's over for this league.
It's over.
You need to go work with Hakeem.
That's like if he gets a skyhook, it's over for this league. There's nobody in this league going to stop Giannis from doing a skyhook. Back down, skyhook all day.
That shit cute, but get some footwork.
Yeah, no, definitely he needs some footwork. I said that earlier. He needs back to the basketball. I'm talking about the moves. I say he needs like 4 moves that's unstoppable. A mini skyhook or a resemblance of a Giannis skyhook, whatever you want. Listen, he needs some moves.
I just think he needs to focus on, because at the end of the day, when you look back at their championship run, the thing about it was him making his fucking free throws. That was the big thing. If you don't make your free throws, you're gonna lose fucking games, bro. At the end of the day. So
I'm gonna put you at the line, especially towards the end of the game. You're going to the line.
So it's not. So I feel you when he says, yeah, he might need to develop a different part of his game. But at the end of the day, if I'm your coach, bro, hit your fucking
Look at Shaq shot 50% on his career, right, from the free throw. That means he made one, missed one out of all the attempts that he took. Huh?
That's how JB I used to make one, miss one. I made one, miss one.
But like, bro, but Shaq understood. Like, all right, if you're going to foul me, I need to put the ball in the basket. I can miss the free throw if I got the 2 points. You feel me? Giannis isn't doing that on a high enough clip where it's like free throws aren't effective. Yeah, he can have 28 and 20 or 38 and 20, whatever his record, his stat line was from this game. But it's like, yo, first I want your intensity to pick the fuck up. Like, if you got to match Jimmy Butler's intensity, that's what I'm mad at Giannis for. I don't feel like he matched Jimmy Butler's intensity.
Well, he didn't, honestly. That's the thing. When Jimmy is sitting up there barking.
You can't be him. You can't be the guy that's supposed to be the face of the league or whatever you want to call him. Best player in the world. People will call him. Buwap himself will tell you, best player in the world. And Jimmy is not even a top 10. People don't consider him a top 10 player. Like,
currently. You better start though. That's what the niggas got to start doing.
Right, you're gonna have
what we seeing. You better start.
You have to now. You have to start thinking him as a top 10 player. He might be 10, but you got to now.
He might be fucking 10 on the head.
But you're telling me a top 10 guy. You're a top 3 guy in the league, maybe top 2. Arguably top 2 guy in the league, Giannis. There's no way you don't match Jimmy. If Jimmy got 50 at the end of the night, guess what? I got 55. Give me the fucking ball and get out.
You know it don't just work like that.
I know, but listen. I would have liked to see that intensity
back from an injury.
No, I don't give a fuck about his bruised ass. I don't give a fuck about that.
Broken ass.
What I'm saying about Giannis, bro, is at the end of the day, if you know you're this type of player, then you need to focus on that aspect of your game, bro. Because a coach used to tell me, bro, like there's certain things that come easy to athletes. There's certain things that come easy to certain players. But there are certain things that you need to work your motherfucking ass off for because you know that you suck at it. At the end of the day, like just keep it being. You suck at it. So go fucking work at that. All the other shit is gonna come natural because your biggest.
And I'm pretty sure he works on his free throws. But
I'm pretty sure he does. But at the end of the day, that needs to be more. You need to work on that more than all the other shit you work on.
All the time, bro. Work on some aspects. Shoot some threes. Like, yeah, and I get he steps out, he shoots, but come on, bro.
I just feel like you can't. At the end of the day, like if you know the free throw is going to be a weak part of your game, then you need to at least turn it to not a strength. I'm not saying it has to be a super strength part of your game, but
No,
at
but
least
you
turn
need
it
something when all that spells, and you can't go step
You
your
need
ass
to
on
run.
the fucking rim, like because they
Mhm.
about to take that charge. Like you need to back
You
that,
need,
back
you need
that
to
shot.
constantly evolve as a player, and
Skyler,
as good as a player that Giannis is, there's going to be a lot of teams, a lot of players just focusing on him and picking out his weaknesses. So when that happens, you need to start evolving. You need to start picking up new skills. You got to start working on your weaknesses. So I feel like that's what Giannis needs to do.
Yeah. As a professional, that's my pet peeve, not being able to make your damn free throws. I do not care.
And not catching your interception.
You motherfuckers be at 24 minutes, be sitting up there and shoot arounds and shit and can knock down 20 motherfucking 3-pointers and goddamn 2-pointers in a row, but you can't hit no goddamn free throw. I should slap the shit out of you. That's the thing. If I was a coach, I'd slap the shit out of everybody who came in no fucking free throw.
Hey,
you should have slapped Andre Drummond. I remember watching 5 years of Andre Drummond shooting 40%.
Movie said this last night. James Harden missed 28 threes in a row, right? James Harden gets the flack for the Rockets missing 29 threes in a row. Hey, Giannis missed all these damn free throws. I'm just saying you got to give this guy, and like Buwap said, he deserves some of the blame. And it's not all of it. I'm giving more to, like Buwap said, Bud and Chris Middleton, bro, because I can't stand how people look at Chris Middleton. I'm sorry. I just can't. Great play, good player, not great, good player. But like I said, I just named a bunch of top elite point guards, and you can't definitively say he's better than any of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And there's other people that fit well as a number two.
You name shooting guards, but it's
shooting guards. Sorry, not point guards.
It's definitely a plethora of point guards better than him.
No, shooting guards. I meant shooting guards. But that's what at his position. I named the guys at his position.
We ain't shooting guards, small forward. I said this a while back. I don't see the difference between, and matter of fact, I think I would take Wiggins over him at this point, but I don't see the difference between Middleton and Wiggins.
You already know.
Both of them play. Wiggins mostly he play in a real good system.
Yeah,
they was able to highlight what he do well. He's a good defender, always has been. And now his scoring is not at a premium. You don't need it at a premium no more. You just need it at, you know what I'm saying, at the right times or whatever. He knocked down some open jump shot. So yeah, he it's tough, but I think I would take Wiggins basically right now just because I think he's a much better defender than Chris Middleton.
Yeah,
much better defender. Like I think he would have been able to slow Jimmy down some. Like, truthfully.
I'm taking
like,
Brandon Ingram.
What? What the fuck? Yeah, I'm taking Brandon Ingram over Chris Middleton. What?
Yes, 100%.
Is that a
I'm
question?
taking Brandon Ingram over a lot of people right now. I ain't gonna lie.
Right.
Because
young man, Chris Middleton's stock been dropping though. It's just been dropping. Like what I think this year, I'm not gonna say I was scared for the Bucks because I'm watching the way Brook Lopez play, and I also like the way Drew Holiday was playing. Drew Holiday was hooping his ass off too in the regular season.
Yeah, he was.
I think he had a 50 ball too this year. And yeah, he was hooping his ass off. And I'm just like, yeah, Middleton, like long as he solid, he looked like serviceable still, they gonna be all right. Nah.
Nope. Nah. And look, you wasn't high on him, but you was like, yo, that's who they need. They need him and they're gonna be a better team.
Yeah, but that's why I say I gotta get Giannis more. I'm giving Giannis more flack than Middleton. Cause me personally, I thought Middleton, I had already kind of had these expectations for Middleton. I'm like, long as he's out there though, I think Giannis gonna be benefit from him just being on the court. But Giannis folded. He folded game 4 and 5. I watched him fold. So I gotta kill him more so than Middleton for that shit. Cause I didn't expect that from Giannis to fold. He was basically a nothing in the fourth quarters and the overtime in both of them games.
All right. Last series of the first round.
We missed
Lakers,
2 series.
No, it was Lakers. I skipped Atlanta.
And then
we
touched on the Clippers Suns.
Clippers Suns we talked about last week, and that was over already. So that's why I didn't bring them up.
Right. Okay.
I was just trying to touch on the ones that finished up that we missed that was still going.
Boston 81, 76 was 83.
Yeah. I'm watching it now. I know Zamara was in the chat. I'm the prince of the first rounds. All right, just want people to know that.
Prince of the first round.
I'm the prince of the first round. That's Giannis' new nickname. Now I'm playing. But yeah, so we had Lakers. Lakers blew the Grizzlies out by 40 fucking points in a playoff game.
There go your 40, Dylan Brooks.
We good in the West. Good in the West.
It's a parade in Semi City.
Shout out to
Those City, yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to DC World. I forget the name of that group that he's with, but they made a skit, right? And LeBron, and not Braun, Ja Morant, he played Ja Morant, his boy.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
And Ja Morant was like, "What's his birthday though? I just want to know his birthday." And then Dylan
Oh,
Brooks
how old
was like,
Bron is?
Are we good? Are we good in the West, John? Are we good in the West? Yeah, are y'all good in the West, John? With John said,
He killed that shit.
I gotta stand on it. You said it, so you gotta stand on it. You said it, so you gotta stand on it, John. I don't want to hear that.
But at least he's not like Dylan Brooks, who's hiding from the media currently. Dylan Brooks is on flight to China. He's gonna sign it with the Shanghai Sharks. So
I don't want to hear it. You're not good in the West. KD came in. You said we still good in the West. No, I mean you wasn't good because LeBron was there. LeBron didn't even come to the West. You said you was good, and somebody that was already there beat you. You're the second seed. You're the second seed in the West.
Y'all rewind the tape.
You got kicked your ass by
I
this.
said Memphis was out in the first round when they was the number 1 seed. I seen that.
I said they were first round. Listen, I said they get to the second, and that's it. Like Memphis is not a championship team. Those guys got to stop talking like they are. Dylan Brooks, shut your damn mouth, bro. You want a 40? I'm my Poke Bears. I'm not gonna respect them. They beat you by 40.
You know who they remind me of in history? They remind me of the Gilbert Arenas Washington Wizards. Remember how they used to talk to LeBron? Bro, what's his name? Deshaun Stevenson.
Yeah, Deshaun Stevenson was wild.
That also reminds me of goddamn Stanley Johnson talking trash to LeBron. Then they swept us about 40 points one game. Oh my god!
I'm not respecting them by anything. They give me 40.
Poke Bears.
He gave you 40 though.
Did I hear the coach said?
Troy, you remember that guy in the TikTok comment section?
What? Which one?
He said that you look like Dylan Brooks.
Oh yeah, the guy said I look like Dylan Brooks.
That was stupid.
Nobody on the Grizzlies. I'm
not Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks is stupid. But I'm just talking about in his trash talking, not him as a person. Just talking about his trash talk. You can't talk trash if you can't back it up. Let me tell you something. If you was in a hood park talking all that shit, somebody pop you in your mouth. I'm not citing violence. I just tell you what happened, man. That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna pop you in your mouth, bro. You talk too much.
The coach said it best. He took the shot. The coach took the shot of the whole team, saying, y'all want to walk, they walk and talk, they talk, but you got to shut up and just walk the walk and walk the walk. Because man, that mouthpiece of Dylan Brooks got their asses fried.
Dylan Brooks is on the bench. Dylan Brooks on the bench.
You know where Dylan Brooks right now? You know where Dylan Brooks is at right now?
You know why Ja was laughing? Because Ja was like, yeah, that nigga out of here. He got us fucked up. This is his fault. He said, "Poke Bears."
No, but you know where Dylan Brooks is at right now?
Honey all over us, and that beer fucked us up.
Aldama.
You know where Dylan Brooks is at right now? He's on a flight heading to China, Shanghai specifically. He's gonna go to the Shanghai Sharks.
He's on his way to India to go live inside one of them.
He's going to go to India.
Yeah, go to the scam buildings because they can't find you in the scam buildings.
He's going to go to India. He's going to become a Windows scammer.
Like
was somebody named Santi Aldama.
Right. I can't take it.
Santi Aldama's a
highest score.
And then I got these guys talking about. Oh, if I was the Grizzlies and Boston lose, I would call Boston. Hey, yeah, Boston. What's up? How you doing, Brad Stevens? Yo, let me get Jaylen Brown, and you can have Josh straight up. No, I don't need no draft picks. No, what do you? Yeah, you want no?
Yeah, I said that.
No,
I said that.
No,
because I'm from Memphis. I'm really considering trading Josh.
Memphis can consider trading whoever the fuck they want. Though they ain't coming over to the Green City.
Just
Santi.
We speaking as fans.
The star of that
talking about what the team should do.
And Josh should not
come
to
what you
Boston.
don't want. You
No.
speaking of what you
Ja's a great player. Why wouldn't I want Ja as a player? I don't want him on my team because I don't think he fits on my team.
I would prefer that. Right. I would prefer to have him over Jaylen Brown, but I'm just saying, like, it all depends on what happens with the Celtics, bro. Like,
100%. 100%.
Like,
I'm not
if
gonna
they don't
knock
win
it,
the
like,
title,
he can't get traded. Like, I'm not gonna knock it like that. But I just don't think he's going anywhere, bro. Unless the team trades him, I don't think he's going anywhere. Not now, not yet. Like I said last night, Boston knows, Tatum and Brown knows they can win a championship together. They know they can win it. When? They don't know. That would be the think part that Mel was talking about last night. But they know together they can win a championship. You don't mess that up because you got beat or you got to a finals, you got beat the next year. You thrive to get better. You thrive to get there again and possibly win it. And I think that's what Jaylen Brown wants. He wants to get there again alongside his brother Tatum and win it. But let's get back to the Lakers and Grizzlies. You feel me? You trade Ja. Dylan Brooks is gone. I get you guys say they got a nice supporting tag cast. The team is better without Ja. When Ja's not there, the team plays better, not including Dylan Brooks. That nigga trash. You feel me?
I ain't gonna say the team necessarily play better without Ja.
That's Dylan Brooks.
Santi Aldama is the MVP of that team.
Santi is the greatest of all time.
A bench player, 6'11" power forward, was the highest scorer that night with 16 points.
I don't want to hear
the truth for me though. Like, it's just like I look at how they lost, bro. Like, it's not like LeBron and AD wasn't like good. They just wasn't great either to me. Like, they played good. They had good series. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like LeBron just was being LeBron and you can't do shit about it. It was basically
AD defensively though.
AD was amazing. AD was amazing. He was amazing. But when I'm talking about guys like Austin Reeves and Rahul Chimara, like those guys, they played exceptionally well. Like, you know what I'm saying? Those were the difference makers to me in that series.
Playing good and they wins.
No, like 20, but if you're not gonna never tell me that Austin Reeves had more points than LeBron James in the playoffs.
Well,
like, it's just
LeBron James. This
ain't when LeBron set out, all right. Austin
20 is good for
buckets. I'm sorry. When LeBron was out, Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura was getting buckets for the Lakers.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what you've been watching, and I'm not.
You got to utilize those young guys, and I think he knows that.
But now LeBron's back, and they accessory pieces, so you expect LeBron and AD to carry the load. But these dudes ain't stopped getting buckets. You know what I'm saying? They've been getting buckets.
But that's what I told y'all. Lakers,
the emergence of the
Lakers were going to play.
Respect the roster strength, but not with the Lakers team. I don't think you can shrink that. Like, you need that 8-man rotation.
Man, they gotta. That's the thing. All right,
you can have a rotation, but to tell me again that Rahul Chimara like was what he was, I think. That motherfucker couldn't miss from the 3 for game 1. Like, that motherfucker was on point. 29
but Hachi
points,
like
bro.
that though.
I've been liking him.
No, Hachi is like that.
Like that, bro.
Hachi is like that though. That's why the Bulls drafted. We was the Bulls, right? That's why he got drafted by the Bulls.
No, the Wizards drafted.
He was the Wizards. He was like that on the Wizards, bro.
But he wasn't even.
I thought it was the Bulls.
He wasn't getting no tick. Kyle Kuzma came and stole his job.
No, 100% he wasn't getting no ticket. Plus, he got injured too. He just was coming off an injury too. So Kyle Kuzma had space to steal his job.
He took his job though. Now I think Kuzma still was gonna have that job. Like Kuzma,
and that could be true. That could be true because you can say, but I just think you put Hachi in a system that fit him, like this new Lakers system that they got.
Up and shoot and use his strengths.
You're going to get the best of Hachi because Hachi's always been that guy. Like, you got to go listen to the dudes talk about Hachi when he got drafted. Like, they were telling you that this guy was going to be that dude. He just wanted to get hurt. And like you said, Kuzma came in and he's a little bit more talented, I guess.
I'm not saying he's not a good player, but I'm talking about if I'm the Grizzlies, right? And I'm looking at the box scores. I'm talking like, obviously you fans or whatever, but I'm just saying if I'm a player on the Grizzlies team, I'm looking at the box scores. I'm like, how did we let Hachimura do this? That's what I'm saying to myself. Like,
I mean, that's why
no matter what.
Brandon Clark, what was his name? Whatever said that, he not going to do it again.
Yeah,
Which he still dropped. He still almost averaged 20 in that series.
Yeah, exactly.
He did that shit again.
He did that shit again.
I'm not gonna worry. That's them is the dudes that I'm worried about in the next round with the Warriors is the accessory pieces. You know what I'm saying? I know the Hachimuras, the D'Angelo Russells. We're gonna need a hell of an effort out of the Gary Paytons, the Jordan Pooles, because they've been playing well. All our extras ain't been playing well consistently. The Lakers has. So these dudes, they're gonna have to show up. And that's a fact.
I hope Kevon Looney shows up like he did in the Kings series.
If
he does,
I ain't gonna
Jordan Poole needs the baddies. Simple.
This is
the
Lakers playing the Grizzlies. That was the most favorable series for them, like team to play. Like, you know what I'm saying?
The Grizzlies or the Lakers?
Yeah.
For the Grizzlies or for the Lakers?
For the Lakers. This was the worst nightmare for the Grizzlies. Because like they really ain't had
nobody. Do you think Steven Adams really would have made a difference?
Well, you're down technically too big. You got Steven Adams. You're down.
He makes a difference because Bron ain't getting 20 rebounds with Steven Adams out there. That should not happen.
That's a fact.
Also, you're down. Brandon Clark was also another big man. That's another big body who the Grizzlies have a really formidable factor. So you're down two big men in the key in the playoffs. That's definitely going to make a difference.
Steven Adams, one of the best offensive rebounders, creating second chance points. Like that's what you need in the playoffs. Like he would have been key. I ain't gonna say like a super. He an X factor type of player though. Like if he playing well, that bodes for your team to be doing well. So I think he mattered.
Yeah, he did, but I just don't know if he made that much of a difference in the series. All right, let's get on to the second round. I guess we just go through these quick because there ain't many games been played. Knicks drops the first game to the Heat. Who do you guys? Just simple question. Who you guys got winning the series?
How many buckets in the Miami Heat?
Miami Heat 5. I told y'all that.
Give me buckets.
How many games? What you got? I want games. I want definitive.
6.
5.
6. Heat and 6.
Heat and 6.
I don't know, bro. The Knicks shocked the fuck out of me too, like the Heat did in a sense. Not like all the way, but like
they did shock me too, though.
Yeah, we do have to take into account that Jalen Ramsey or Jalen Randall and Jalen Randall and Jimmy Butler are both dealing with injuries. So depending on how they play or depending on if they play.
Yeah, Randall hasn't played since game.
I extend the series a little bit. But
game 3, 4?
Maybe
4.
So like if you tell me no he played, I think he played game 5 with Cleveland. I think he missed game 4. But regardless,
they sat him the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they sat him the fourth quarter. That's what happened. But that is like that. I see him. He was out last night, so then it's like the Heat supposed to kind of get that game. I don't know. I'm gonna say Heat 7. Like I'm gonna be safe with this one. I don't know because Julius Randle could be a difference, and depending on how he plays.
Troy can't be safe. Troy can't be safe.
Not everybody.
Troy can't be safe.
Not 97% of the time, Troy.
Who I just said act like I'll be up here like every series is going 7. It's going 7. It's going 7. All right, we got Celtics versus the 76ers. This is a matchup for me, and I'm going to go Boston in 6.
Yeah, I'm going to say Boston in 6.
Okay. Boston in 7.
76ers just to piss you off.
Neo, if you got the wrong one.
I'm going to be real. Boston and probably I got him in 7.
Boston in 7.
But if I said Boston in 7, Troy, you go. You be safe.
It really depends on if Joel comes back and they make it a series.
I'm only 6 because I think he's gonna miss the first 2 games, or he's gonna miss this game. They're gonna lose, and they're gonna try to bring him in the second game so they don't go down 2.
And just the way that the Sixers are playing right now, I can kind of see them competing or hanging in there until Joel gets back.
You know what I'm saying? I think 6.
But they could compete, but when it comes down to the end of the game and you need a closer, I don't know. That's where it's going to matter. They can keep the games close all they want. It's going to count in the fourth quarter against Boston. If Boston's on their shit, then I don't know. Somebody has to step up. James Harden, because you saw Jamara say he got 30. So, I mean, or you get 5 away from 30. That's cool.
He got 30 right now.
Yeah, no, he had 30 when I looked last.
And Maxey has 20.
All right. So in the West, we got Nuggets versus Suns. Nuggets take the first game. I'm going to say Suns in 7. Because I don't think this series is going anything other than 7 unless somebody gets injured.
I got Nuggets in 6.
Oh, yeah. I'm going Nuggets in 6 as well, mate.
I'm not mad at it, though, because the Nuggets playing really fucking
I'm
well.
not going
And I told you, they are one of my
boy, because I was going to say Nuggets in 6.
I was almost
saying 5.
Look, hey, look, check this out.
Nuggets in 5. Nuggets in 5.
Almost
Okay.
pushed it.
Yeah, we know you was going to say Nuggets in 5, bro.
If you watched that game the other night, like that,
bruh. hey, bruh. Murray looked like Bubble Murray because Chris Paul is a cone. He made
A cone, bro.
they can't guard him, and then they gotta figure that out. If they don't figure that out, he's gonna.
They're going to figure it out. They're going to put that
And I love you, Chris Paul, but it's my guy.
barbecue chicken. You need barbecue cone. That nigga barbecue cone.
I mean, you got to think about it like this, bro. Everything that we said about the Suns in the regular season is coming back to bite them in the ass right now. Lack of rotation.
But see, the thing I don't like, right, and I'm going to say
They're
this
gonna have
right
a
here,
brute
right
test.
now. I'm going to say this shit right here, right now. If the Suns lose, everybody's going to blame KD. And that shit's going to be very, very unfair. Because you got to stop fucking blaming KD or blaming players.
I think it's more in the organization than KD.
Blame Russ. But I had a guy, fuck that. Cut the shit. Let's get into it. I haven't done this in a minute. Stupid ass fucking TikTokers.
Yep.
And we haven't done this segment in a fucking minute. So I had a guy that came at Russ, right? And then we're going to get to the tier list after this and we can move on. This guy came at Russ. I posted the video. You guys know last week I had some choice words for you guys that meet ride Russ and saying it's Russ' fault. Russ played 5 games in the playoffs, scored 30 in 3 of those games, and he lost because, all right, they played the better team. 100% played the better team. But you guys sit here and said, one guy said to me that, oh, LeBron is in the second round and Russ is out. Like, what the fuck does that have to do?
What does that mean?
Explain it to me. What does that have to do with anything? That the Lakers got past the Grizzlies and the Clippers didn't get past Super Booker. Booker played super in that series. That nigga was going off every fucking game. There was nothing you can do to Booker. Booker was going off every fucking. There was no Kawhi Leonard to play defense on him. There was no Paul George. That's not Westbrook's team, right? So he said
what he's supposed to do.
He said, I told him basically, because he was like, oh, Russ lost in this. And I was like, I said, no, it has everything to do with the pieces they got. Because he was talking about the Lakers got better after Russ. And we went through this last night. The Lakers brung in 5 players and shipped out 5 players.
Thank you.
And Russ was in a trade and they didn't get the 5 new players, Hachimura and those cats, through the trade with Russell Westbrook. They'll stop doing that. The 2 people that they got in the trade for Russell Westbrook, which was Mo Bamba and another nigga that I don't remember his name, they're not even playing right now in the playoffs. So I don't.
Yeah, Vanderbilt, Bamba, Mo Bamba, Vanderbilt.
No, it was Mo Bamba, Vanderbilt,
Malik Beasley, and Hachimura.
Yep.
Those are the key additions.
Right.
When you tell me you add these type of players to this Lakers team, these exactly are the players they needed.
100%. And that's what I told him. I said it. I literally said in the video. Right. I literally said in the video, what was the problem with the Lakers? The Lakers, because they didn't fit. That's the Lakers' problem. I said this in this video, and I'm basically telling them, like, y'all don't understand sports at all. The whole team played bad, not just Russ. They moved him and others. They bring in pieces that fit around AD and Bron. That's the difference. I don't understand y'all so-called fans, sports fans. Y'all just here to hate because y'all aren't in the position they are, right? And then it's a whole bunch of other stuff I said, but I didn't care. He comes back and he's like, somebody said something you disagree with, and your response is y'all don't understand sports at all. And I just said, he said more, but I responded to him with, no, nigga, because you really don't understand sports.
Yeah, you clearly don't.
And everybody that knows Troy don't like telling people they don't know sports or they don't know what they. I don't say that shit to people. But I said it to this dumb fool, Chad Manning. I'm calling you out, Chad Manning, you fucker. Like, you don't know sports. You don't know sports, and your breath smell like, you feel me?
Hey man,
never gave this motherfucker a sound pop. Boy, he going crazy.
Fuck that shit. What? It comes back like not my intention. The Clippers won one game against the Suns in that series. Of course, Russ put up numbers. He was legitimately the only player they had, but they still did absolutely nothing against the Suns. So you pretending Russ somehow put the team on his back and helped this team complete its 100% fault. They got destroyed. 95% of everything you said here is complete nonsense. It's nonsense that Russ played 5 games, and out of the 5 games, he scored 33 times, right? And out of all those games, because somebody tell me this guy said Russ put I'm acting like Russ put the team on his back. I never said that, and I never acted like that. If you go watch last episode when I was talking about Russ, I never said Russ put the team on his back. I said Russ played good, and you guys need to take that slack that you're giving him and shove that shit up your asses. That's how I'm going to explain it today. I want you to shove it up your asses just because of this guy, Chad. Oh, he's a Chad.
And also,
he's a Chad. So what I was saying is if you look at it, right? You look at the Clippers and you look at the Suns. Chris Paul, AD, Kevin Durant versus Russell Westbrook, Aaron Gordon, and whoever else name you want to fucking throw in there. Wouldn't you expect that team to get their asses whipped and blown out?
Every time.
Did they get beat by 40?
No, they competed.
Did somebody answer me that? Did they get beat by 40? Who is that because? Who kept them in those games? So when you saying, oh, I'm acting like Russ put the team on his back, no, Russ did what he had to do to fucking try to win a game. That's what he did. And you niggas want to take everything you can away from Russ just to put some slack on him because he was on so-called LeBron's team and he didn't do it with LeBron. Nobody gives a fuck. LeBron ain't the standard. He ain't the standard that you got to go play with LeBron and do good for to get respect. Russ has a fucking career and has done shit in his career that LeBron didn't do. Did LeBron average a triple-double for 3 years? No, the fuck he did not. No, he did not. So stop acting like everybody has to live up to this man's standard. That's not what it is. Russ has his own standard that he lived up to. And in that playoff series against the motherfucking Suns, after Kawhi went down, he stepped up. It's what you ask from players like him. He stepped up. He kept them in those games. I'm tired of this bullshit. And Russ kept those guys in those games. Mm-hmm. Or they would have got blown up by fucking 60 going against super fucking Booker who can't miss a fucking shot. Mm-hmm. Troy don't want to hear that shit. Y'all niggas just talk just to talk. Tired of this. Like, have a civilized way. We were debating all day. Everybody got the opinions on Yanni. Like, say what it is, nigga. Ain't nobody making excuses for nobody. Say what it is, bro. Like, Russ did hit the best he could do with not having the 2 guys the team was built for. The team wasn't built for him. It was built for Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. He was supposed to be an addition to it, not the piece to it. Get your facts straight, Chad.
And like there was a lot of people in the comment section that were saying, well, he was shooting horribly, and you look at the numbers and this and that. I'm getting so tired of these basketball fans, self-proclaimed basketball fans that just say, just look at the numbers when you don't actually watch games. You don't actually know what defensive impact is. You don't know what offensive impact is. You don't know what hustle is. You don't know what block percentages, which is one of the best things that Russ has been doing throughout this season. Like, y'all just got to stop looking at the numbers. Like, let me give you guys an example. James Wiseman, number-wise, is averaging a double-double, but that has no impact to the Pistons roster. When Jalen Duren has a double-double, he nearly wins us games. You look at that Miami Heat game, James Wiseman had a double-double. We were losing by 20. Jalen Duren came onto the game. He had a double-double, and we lost by 2. That's impact. That's the difference. I prefer impact than numbers.
Right. I said, me too. I said I would prefer the impact with the numbers, not the numbers without the impact. That's what I fucking prefer. And Russ had impact in those games, or they would have got blown the fuck out, and he did. Right. So then he goes on to say about my narrative of saying Russ didn't fit, which in the video, I could literally play the video for you. Like, and I literally said, you know what was wrong with the Lakers? The Lakers, because they didn't fit. I didn't say Russ didn't fit. I said in the comments, Russ didn't fit because that's what me and him was talking about. So if you want to talk about narratives, okay, let's do this. Interesting how you decided to frame it as Russ not fitting instead of pointing out the Lakers were complete trash. Stop reading right there. There ain't no fucking point of having a conversation with you. And I told you that in the chat. Conversation over because you don't know sports, Chad. You don't know what you're talking about, Chad. It's too much feelings and no facts, Chad. Like, and I hope you are related to the Mannings because they can show you what facts are.
The reality is the moment you heard that the Lakers were acquiring Russell Westbrook, you should have knew that this was not going to work.
100%.
If you know basketball.
My problem with it is, Bua, that it wasn't just Russell that did not fit with the team.
No. You know I know
that did not fit with the team, and nobody points that shit out. It's just Russ. No, that team did not fucking fit together.
Yep.
That's because nobody cares. Nobody cares when it's a LeBron James led type team. Like all they care is that you're hurting LeBron. You're hurting LeBron.
The only way you get your props is if you do good with LeBron. Nobody get the fuck out of here.
But the thing is, like LeBron, you know, this was a bad to me. LeBron should have took some heat for this.
100.
He brought this man here. He brought him.
He brought a lot of.
He wouldn't have been in LA without if LeBron don't say I can use you. And common sense would have told both of them, him and Russ, our styles don't really mesh, bro. Like. I'm not no dude that can really operate without the ball. You're not a guy that can really operate without the ball. Like, granted, LeBron might be a better
legacy.
You said who?
Can we start about LeBron hurting people's legacies?
Oh yeah.
I don't even think it's him hurting it. Like it's just the goddamn.
It's like what KD said. He said the gravity around LeBron.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
So when you go play with LeBron or
you have one fucking bad game and you're Jeremy Lin. On the Rockets.
He's teamed up with so many people, so many star players.
Bro,
they're looked at in a different light. If they didn't get the ring with LeBron, now their career isn't looked at the same. Because why you didn't get the ring? Why you wasn't able to do it? And then even with AD, it's like, oh, you got one. You were supposed to get more than y'all supposed to get more than that. You know what I'm saying? And he's street clothes and all of this. So it's like you gotta. I don't know.
No, I feel it. I feel it. No, because let's go deeper. I promise you, all time wise, people sleep on how good D Wade is. And it's because he played with LeBron fucking James.
Bruh.
But towards the end of his career,
D Wade to me,
towards the end of his shooting guard, bro, not in his feet.
There's no I love AI. James Harden, Case Ellis, man, D Wade, bro. Come on, bro. That's one of my favorite players. Do you know I see, man, before I ever seen LeBron block Iggy, I seen Dwayne Wade meet 7-footers at the rim. I seen him block Yao Ming at the rim.
I seen nigga
so stop
go down there and come
And Chris Bosh was nice too, bro. I remember Toronto Raptors, man.
Now this conversation, like every time somebody does bad in one game, it's like, James Harden has 39 points.
He wasn't allowed
to. James Harden we might not be able to change tomorrow tonight. I'm not.
James Harden is going crazy right now, bro.
James Harden is tripping
crazy.
But Zamara is in the chat tripping right now. I'm not.
They only up by one fucking point.
He's going crazy though, Troy. Like
crazy all you want. It's not enough. You need Joel.
But look.
Don't let him lose this game. As Zamar hit the chat because Zamar, you're gonna get it if they lose this game.
Players, like I said, with D Wade, like to me, all you hear is a lot of the fans talk about how he quote unquote let LeBron down. You know what I'm saying? Or he wasn't that guy in them last 2 titles, and you know what I'm saying, that last 2 years or whatever. Like you always hear that when it's like. Last time I checked, D Wade was the Finals MVP before LeBron was.
Right.
Last time I checked, you know what I'm saying? Like people reward LeBron for getting to the finals when D Wade won that bitch.
D Wade was also the best player in 2011,
and that's why I always.
This is true too.
When people say that they'll take Scottie Pippen over Dwayne Wade.
I think it's absurd. I will slap the shit out of you.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Lamar is gonna start. Lamar's gonna start stumping on
Jordan. I don't think Michael Jordan.
But look though, because y'all gave me that reaction. Y'all gave me that reaction. That's a conversation that That's an argument that I have a lot because there's a whole bunch of people that think on this green earth that think Scottie Pippen is better than Dwayne Wade. There's a whole bunch of people that would take Scottie Pippen over Dwayne Wade, and I lose my shit every single day.
No way in hell.
No, you're right. It's literally people having this conversation.
No, 100%.
And to me, I never understood it.
Ever. I will never understand.
I never understood this conversation like on no level. Like
any
level.
See
D Wade? Do you
I'm
see him?
honest with you. I've always felt like, and here's the thing, y'all like Moon knows this. I'm a Heat fan for real. Like when the Warriors traded Tim Hardaway, I've been rocking with the Heat. But
likewise,
I always felt like LeBron went to the Heat on some like, this is my biggest competition right now. We got drafted the same year. Me, him, Melo, Bosch, but he got the ring first. If he gets another ring before I get one, who are they going to start talking about and comparing to the GOAT from our draft class? It won't be me. So he teamed up with his biggest competition, and in the same breath, befriended him and made his legacy look small. Like, it's kind of crazy.
I think, but see, that's the friend era though. Like on one end, I want to say it's D Wade fault. He hurt his own legacy, like, because it's just not like, to me, if he would have said, I'm cool, like, I want to battle you, bro. I don't want to play with you, like you one of them dudes I want to see in the playoffs. And you know what I'm saying? Like, because I think I'm as good as you. If he'd have had that type, this when the mentality changed, where it's more like the friends, like, man, we came up together.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah,
they was boys. So like I don't think neither one of them was thinking like that. I think like they said, like D Wade, like, hey, bro, you got to be that dude. And he just in the moment thinking this dude was best for the team, but like all time wise, he don't. I bet he don't think people would slander him.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think people. I bet he didn't think people would try to slander him though. That's what I know. Like, people slander him. People, that's what they do. Oh man. If D Wade had a better knee, we would have had 3 titles.
He wasn't allowed to age gracefully because of that. Really, that's the biggest.
Him took a shot to the Jewels.
I tell anybody this, bro. Anytime a player elects to get in the back seat, they guys finna move to the trunk soon. They that's just what it is, bro. Like, once you start moving back, you don't have no choice but to keep moving back. Mm-hmm. You mentally.
That's why Carmelo didn't want to do it.
I don't think that happened with Steph Curry though.
That's why Carmelo didn't want to do it.
No, that's because Kevin Durant ain't LeBron James. When you play with LeBron James, you either get on board or you get off this train. Yeah, that's how.
See, he got the weight on Cleveland. The Wade got shipped the fuck out because it wasn't working.
Yep.
Yeah,
he shipped the Wade, Isaiah, and fucking D Rose out.
Yep.
Y'all gotta go. Y'all not on this. Y'all not complimenting my game. It's like you compliment what he doing, or you a liability. It's one or the other. Where Kevin Durant going to the Warriors, that was like a nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Kevin Durant can do that. He can go anywhere. Yeah, he can go anywhere.
LeBron James, the funny thing is he gotta have a certain type of players, but he don't pick those type of players. He end up with Russ. Like, it's like he's a horrible for the type of players he needs. He doesn't build his teams that way
because he like playing with his friends, and playing with your friends exactly is your downfall. I get that niggas want to play with their homies, but if your homie doesn't compliment your game, or it's not gonna help the team, then what's the point of playing with your homie? That's what that's at the end of the day.
But
team comes first. You gotta construct the best team.
I'm sorry,
Russ not his homie though. Like,
if we was all in the NBA, I'd be like, bro, I'm sorry, Moo, you can't shoot. You know what I'm saying? I need you.
You feel me? Like,
I'll tell you this, I grew up playing ball.
Do that well, so we can't.
I showed you guys the photo before. Me and my best friends posted right there. The standoff, we call it, bro. If I went to the NBA and my best friend went to the NBA, oh no, we were going to the same team. Oh yeah, we were gonna wreck niggas. That chemistry, me and man, nah, bro. We fucking you up. Like, we fucking you up. Kobe and Shaq, like we fucking you up.
But I hear it, but it's just like the reality though. Like, they weren't friends before the league. Like, it's cool y'all became friends Once y'all got in the league, y'all draft night, whatever, y'all like we cool, we kicked it. But like if y'all wasn't friends before the league, but some of these players are. That's why you see it more and more now because a lot of these guys have played on AAU
They
teams
grow up from
together. Like,
AAU, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So like they real buddy
Hey,
now. So
that's
cool,
the only reason
whatever.
why Malik Monk was going off like that because him and De'Aaron Fox is tight. He ain't like that. That was De'Aaron Fox got him in the locker room and said, "Bro, I'm gonna need you to, you know what I'm saying, play like you used to play."
No, that's Mike Brown. I'll give that credit to Mike Brown.
But no, I think Malik Monk is a very good player. I think he, you know, like he went to Charlotte and obviously like I think like I love Mike, but Mike ain't like, especially since them Wizards. I was just reading an article like Mike is he hard on players, bro. Like it's hard. It's the whole aura of him being Jordan. On top of that, he an asshole. Like if you ain't good, he don't care. Like he on your ass, bro. He treating you. So like I think like Malik Monk, I remember Jordan smacked him on the head in the middle of the game. Like I think he was under a lot of pressure there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like now, and then you lead up and you go to the motherfucking Lakers and you in another pressured ass situation playing with LeBron James, the modern day GOAT. So like now he playing in Sacramento, he free. And you see this from a lot of players that get away from LeBron. They be free. They be happier. like they play looser. You feel me? So it's just like the LeBron, stay good with him or you don't.
Yeah.
Simple.
That's just what it is. No tier list today, guys. We've been on for 2 hours. We got to get out of here. We will do the tier list next Monday. It's just what happens, man. It's a great fucking show. You know, Troy go off, man. I'm tired of, these Grizzlies bullshit. Bucks disappointing. Fuck Chris Middleton and shit. But yeah, great show, fellas. Shout out to those listeners again. Shout out to YouTube. If you're watching, make sure you hit that like button. If you get up to this point, man, listen. Let us know in the comments and we might have a giveaway for you. See, that's your surprise if you make it to this point. Final thoughts, Boo out. Lamar, you muted. So I don't know what the fuck you just said.
I said this game getting spicy.
Yeah, I know. Boston up, what, 3? I'm probably a little behind you.
Boston up 4.
I'm up 111, 107.
Yeah.
So I'm at 2.
I got this. All right. Final thoughts, Boo up.
You already know, man. See y'all Monday, man.
DJ?
Wednesday, Gentlemen's Talk, 7:15.
Oh,
we got a black.
About Gentlemen's Talk. Hold on real quick.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, the one and only Mr. GQ, coming to you live from Gentlemen's Talk. Coming up on the show Wednesday, we have got a Black-owned business roundtable. Make sure y'all tune in, 7:15 Pacific time. It's going to be a great time. Pull up your chairs, pull up a nice drink, and let's turn up and have a grand old time. When I'm in my zone, I feel like I'm alone.
All right, well, my final thoughts are going to change now. I didn't make my pick.
You said it last second. You said it last second.
I didn't make my pick between Denver and the Suns, so I'm going Suns in 7.
Thank you. At least I got somebody on Suns teams. Your GOAT, final thoughts.
Great show as usual. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Check out the links in the comments. There will be more to come. Wednesday, Gentlemen's Talk, as you saw in the video. Thursday, PVT, player versus team. And Friday, we cap it off with the football show, where we talk a lot about David Carr. So hope you guys enjoy.
Lamar, final thoughts.
Warriors in 6.
Move.
Pistons in 6.
6 buses. Pistons in 6 buses.
That was my reaction when you said that. This is my reaction.
Shout out to my boy Troy with that new soundboard. We're gonna go crazy with that. But great show today. Shout out to
Boo, I said this shit now gave you his money.
Make sure y'all follow all the socials, follow the Twitter, follow the Instagram at From the Sideline. Hit all those links, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow the sports Twitter, sports TikTok. Y'all know what it is, man.
3 is 10 there. 4.
Wednesday,
guys. Listen, we appreciate the love. You guys keep rocking with us. We gonna keep.